Hi, so I'm Viviana Metzger. I'm here with Anferny, Giraldo, and Kennedy Knight, and today we're going to be talking about filmmaking, our experiences, and our own personal thoughts. What was your first experience with filmmaking?
Me or Kennedy?
Anferny.
So my first experience was I was actually in my bed watching YouTube videos, which I do every night. So it was like 8th grade, and I was just watching YouTube videos, and I was like, oh, that'll be fun to have a YouTube channel. And when I reached freshman year of high school, I took a class called broadcasting, which we're in right now. And I'm a junior now. I'm in broadcasting 3, but that, like, I don't know, that just opened up a whole new world for me. And it was like just the filmmaking process and like the program of, like, I guess I hate iMovie, but the program of iMovie was just like intriguing, and I just enjoyed it, like, because you could just make your own storyboard and like make up your own, movie or whatever, I guess you could say, mini movie, and just bring it to life.
So yeah, my story is kind of similar to Anthony's. I first got into filmmaking through YouTube when I was in middle school, and around, I think, maybe 7th grade, I made my own YouTube channel, and I posted my first video where I was just like lip singing the songs, and I thought it was so cool. Like, I was like, this is really cool. So then I started learning how to edit videos, and from there it just became history.
And now she's a YouTuber.
Yeah, now I'm a YouTuber. So thanks to YouTube.
Yeah, and I'm starting on YouTube now. Hopefully it goes out.
It will.
Turns out well.
I think it will. What about you, Viviana? You started your YouTube channel.
Yeah, she started a YouTube channel too.
I recently started my YouTube channel. I actually used it. I had one before this where I just posted my school projects from audio and video productions, but I didn't know anything about copywriting, copyrights outside of like writing papers. Yeah, so that when YouTube did its big like comb through, mine was one of the ones that got shut down. So I've restarted one, and
oh wow, it got shut.
I mean, it was not well.
Because you try to monetize everything.
No, I didn't even know about monetizing or anything, but it just like got
That's
come through,
crazy.
I guess, like sophomore year for us. They did like a huge come
I'm
through.
surprised mine hasn't gotten shut down then.
I don't know. So like I never cited mine because I didn't know anything about it, and
Exactly.
so yeah. But for my first experience was in 7th grade around the same time, and movies had always been like a big underlying theme in my life. Just like the people, my family, like big into movies and all of that. But in 7th grade, I was in like a teen leadership class, and we had to do a project over a career that we found interesting, and I was like, oh, directing. So I did that, and it was really cool, really informative, and we actually did a job shadow, and I job shadowed a local videographer who went to a high school. We filmed like some of the pep rally, and he did the dance team's like annual video. He also did some other work, and so that was really cool for me to like go and get that experience and like see how it's done, and I just fell in love with filmmaking, and so now that's what I want to pursue.
Cool.
So what are some things that inspire your work? Anferny, we'll go around in a circle.
Honestly, what inspires my work, I feel like it's just minimalism and the simplicity, the art of simplicity, and just the fact, like I said before, that you can just create, and just the fact that like you have your vision on what you want your movie or short movie to look like, and you can bring it to life.
What is something that inspires your work, Kennedy?
Well, I feel like when I first started my YouTube channel, it was kind of just random videos, and then I started getting into beauty and fashion. So now I feel like I base most of my makeup looks off of just different color schemes that go with the holidays and different times of the year. So.
Exactly. And fashion is something that inspires my work. Like, that's a big part of my whole filmmaking process, I guess you could say.
Yeah, because fashion plays a huge role in filmmaking as far as like
and it's
costume
everywhere.
design.
So you
Yeah.
get inspiration from Instagram, Twitter, like all different social medias.
Yeah. And a big minimalism wave has gone through, definitely.
Yeah,
on Instagram and everything. So.
What about you, Viviana?
For me, I go for more like a personal kind of thing. I think the works of like Stanley Kubrick, seeing that breakdown in people brings a sense of drama. So I tend to write, for my concepts at least, I've come up lately with a lot of hardships, but for normal people, not so much like a Jurassic Park kind of thing or whatever, but just here's a person and this is their story. This is the trial. These are the trials that they are going through, and just showing them for different things. Like my HB2 documentary, that's something that's actually happening, and
it's not something you made up, like.
Yeah, just like telling real stories in a way. So
cool.
More on the deep side.
Yeah.
Like I like that too, but I feel like for YouTube, like.
Well, not for YouTube.
Not for YouTube, but like if it's like filming by myself, it always has like a meaning behind it. It's not just like, oh, yeah, this is what I'm wearing. No. Like, it's two different worlds, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. So you're leaning towards more YouTube or filmmaking? As far as like past broadcasting, past
I feel like a balance. A balance towards both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you always have to like bring out the goofy side, and then also like everybody has. I mean, some of us like have the deep sides and things we want to express in ways that aren't like cliche. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I always kind of struggled with that, remaking my YouTube channel. I think because I'm so dead set on what I want to do, I didn't want to not be taken seriously. Not that YouTube is like something, that it's not a joke. Like people actually put hard work into it, but just I think that's a unique platform that we have this generation. Like if Steven Spielberg had a YouTube channel, that it's unique to our generation and the creators of this time, because back then it was you make this short, you get funding from a production company and you make it. But now there's so many different ways to not only get money for your work, but production, producing and whatnot.
And it's so hard to find like authentic people now because everybody wants to be the same, or like they try too hard to be different, and it just looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel
Everybody's just doing
natural.
something for a check on YouTube.
Basically.
That's my opinion. Everybody's just trying to figure out a way to get money.
Yeah, like, I'm just trying to entertain, to be honest.
Yeah. And I definitely I want to go big time, and that's my dream. So, but I think if I kind of like carve my YouTube channel and this platform that I have in a specific way, I can show my work and show who I am as a person, but not let that take away from my work, because that's something big that I've been protecting. And I think that in a way it was being scared. Like I don't want that to turn into a fear of mine. Like I can't do this because I don't want to jeopardize my persona as a filmmaker, or I don't want to do this.
So you just want to be like
open about it.
Yeah.
Like in a neutral, I don't know, like.
Yeah, but I mean, where does anyone get being neutral? Like especially as a female and a woman of color, like going into that business, and it's for it's been for predominant, that's a male
minorities,
the dominated field, and that's something that the numbers are growing, but I think is still kind of like a pushback.
Stand out, honestly.
You're a woman, you have great films, and you're just changing the role.
Yeah.
Or
just
put on you guys.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like it's hard because you have to keep up a certain level of like a front, basically, just because of that. Like you're going through so many different trials and errors, like to be at the same finish line or to like make it there, you still have to wear like a smile, not like a smile on your face, but still have that like tough kind of
and any slight
front.
Change makes people think, oh, she's changing, she's different.
You have to go about it in a different way than most
individuals.
I feel like that's what a lot of things in life, honestly.
It is.
Yeah, definitely.
And now, like, a lot of, like, if you've seen on YouTube, there's a trend going on where, like, YouTubers come out and say, I'm depressed or I'm gay, and, like, take it as a joke. And then at the end of the video, they said this was clickbait, which is, like, irrational.
Crazy.
It's crazy. Like, why is that even funny?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, everybody they'll do anything for money on YouTube.
Exactly.
Like,
Which is crazy, because I think that takes away from, like, actual creators. Yeah. And maybe that's why they have, like, YouTube Red and stuff now, like, for people who are just solely wanting to create.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, because those look like, I don't know, they look like professional. Have you seen, like, the videos on YouTube Red?
Oh, the Red. No, I haven't.
Like, they're, like, full-on shows.
Like, YouTube makes
produces them and everything.
Yeah.
They're dope.
Yeah.
You look cool. You should make a show, Kennedy.
Oh, I wish.
You can make like a
By the way,
show.
follow all of us on YouTube. Subscribe to us. I said follow us like if it was Instagram. What's your YouTube channel?
It's just my name.
Viviana Metzger.
Yeah.
And Kennedy Simone.
Kennedy Simone.
And then Anferny Giraldo.
Yep.
So, just putting that out there.
So what are you doing to pursue filmmaking after high school? Are you, like, majoring in film? Are you just going to be, like, self-produced at first, or?
I feel like, no, for sure I am majoring in film and production. And yes, I will be, like, what did you ask again?
Self-produced?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, if you go
like
to
YouTube,
school, then,
self-produce.
Oh, well, I meant, like, like, big films, then you can, like, produce them yourself.
Yeah.
But, like, if you go to film school, then you have that equipment there. You have some extra money, like school funding,
like,
basically. Yeah. That you have to outright pay for.
I feel like, yes, I know, for sure, yes, I will be majoring in film and production. And I'm not sure where exactly I want to go for that, but I will be self-produced for a little while, until, I guess, I get more professional.
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, expand my horizon in the art of film.
Yeah, I kind of agree, because, like, I don't really know exactly what I want to do, but I think I would want to major in communications and journalism, because I also like talking in front of the camera. So I like doing some behind the scenes and, like, what is it called?
Like presenting?
Yeah. Like, being a broadcaster. So I'm still deciding whether I want to be, like, all the way behind the scenes or in front of the camera.
That's cool. Yeah, I definitely want to major in film, and I'm looking at all New York schools right now. I think there it would be a really great opportunity to just, get in and kind of, like, work out the kinks of, like, my own style and what I like to do, and then, there's, like, a story. You walk outside and there's a story.
Exactly, and it's so close to us. And, like, New York, the big city.
Yeah.
And I also feel the same way about California or, like, Los Angeles, Hollywood, that area. But it's, like, really far, and, nobody has the money or time for that. But I feel like after college, I'm for sure moving to California.
For grad school?
Berkeley for grad school. Great. And hopes to become, big.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Well, the only problem with, like, California is, like, connections. Like, you have to have connections.
You can't show up there just not knowing anybody.
Yeah.
You not knowing anybody.
No, not at all. Yeah. So, like, I have connections to people in like the industry, like TV and all of that. But, like, I feel like I could make more connections in New York and kind of do that, and then go out to California to, like, film or like meetings and stuff like that. Especially with, like, NYU, they're a global school, so I could go out to Prague and study 35mm film and meet people from all around the world. And a lot of people in the film industry and TV industry actually, like, live out there, like Martin Scorsese and Woody Allen. Like, that's where they are, and that's their town, and everyone knows that. But then they go out to California, so I don't know. Because I was looking at California schools at first, actually, and I missed the application deadline. But I don't know. I think it's just like the universe is pointing me towards New York. Yeah, because, like, I don't know. I just feel like I need that right now, especially a big change from where we are in North Carolina.
Exactly.
And it's, like,
and it's
really slow.
Like the opposite of where we're at.
Yeah, it's really slow and just, like, a slower paced life. And, like, film is not that big. Like, there's the art school and like Wilmington and all of that, but, like, it's not the same level. And it's absolutely no dig to people who go to Wilmington and all of that, because it's a great school and like the people that go there are great and all of that. But like, I know for me personally, if I win, like, I want to go somewhere where there's competition
and
automatically.
your options just triple
right?
in size compared
Yeah.
to here.
Just like, I need that to like kind of not drive me, but just as like a fire under
Motivation.
me, basically. Yeah, because if I make something and it's the best in the whole entire school, then what good is that for me, you know? So like,
Exactly.
if I go to New York where everyone is doing it, what makes me stand out? What makes me stronger in my work than everybody else?
Yeah.
So it's definitely
Because here, if you think about
something
it,
I'm
people
looking
don't
forward
really
to.
care.
yeah.
Like, we're in broadcasting now, like, no shade thrown to the lower classes, but some of them just don't care, and they're taking this class because they think it's going to be an easy class.
Yeah.
Little do you know, we have a teacher who cares about her job, and she doesn't put up with, like, people who don't care. So if you're going to take a class, actually care about it, and don't just take it because it's a class, you know, it's an easy class. Because some people appreciate the art of film, and some don't.
Yeah, definitely. I think that you should definitely spend time in what you're passionate about and what you love. And
I feel like that's
film.
what separates college and high school, because in high school,
Yeah.
people are just taking whatever classes just to get by.
Or
Like
just to
with
try it
college,
out to see if they
Right.
want to do that.
You can pick what
Yeah.
major you like really want to go to. So I feel like that's what'll change once we go to college. People will really be serious about filmmaking.
Yeah, and that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Just
Real
to be
people.
surrounded by real people.
Basically, real people.
Yeah, you'll be surrounded by everybody that's interested in what you are. So
And then it's
you
just
won't
so
even
much
have to
easier
worry.
to meet people that are like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely
I can't
like
wait to
challenge
go.
you and like make you grow in a way
Right.
that you would never even
Have
think.
thought.
Yeah. So that's
You're stuck in
something
high
I'm
school.
looking forward to. Is there anything else that inspires your work, like music or books or anything like that?
I feel like good music just makes your film 1,000 times better. It just improves it and just multiplies the everything of it. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
But-
it does. I feel like it makes everything more interesting.
Yeah, and it's just, I feel like if you have good music that appeals to everybody, people will get more attached to it and
Yeah.
like have the
Yeah. Like, I feel like it's not, if you hear something, like, you're automatically gonna just be like, ooh, like, what's that? Like,
and
you
then
know?
look at it exactly.
Yeah.
Like I was watching the movie Nerve, for example, and they were playing Soap by Melanie Martinez. So I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is my song, and I was just so into the movie. Like that's when like I kind of paid attention to it, and for the rest of the movie, I watched it. It was so good, by the way. Go watch Nerve if you haven't already.
yeah.
Oh, I
was
watched
a
it.
good
It was
movie,
good.
Yeah.
Emma Roberts, I feel like she's a really good actor, but sometimes the roles they give her is like, okay, like you're too, you know.
Yeah.
Eh.
And that was cool. Casey Neistat was in that. He's a fellow YouTuber.
Yeah.
I think music in film is very important, but especially in like YouTube videos. So how does that work? How do you find like the right music for your videos?
Honestly, sometimes whenever, you know, because of the copyright claim and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes I look up remixes if I'm trying to make people like, ooh, that's cute or that's like sexy, you know,
Mhm.
trying to like set that mood. But if I'm just like explaining something, I just look up instrumental alternative music because I don't really listen to like rap or hip hop, any of those things. I listen to alternative, the 1975, FK Twigs, Melanie Martinez. So it's like I look up alternative instrumentals and then I put that in my background to set the mood
Yeah.
and to like,
I try to find
you
songs that are
experience.
like popular but remixes, like you said. So songs that people still know, but just a remix to them because obviously copyright. But if I could, I would definitely put copyright music that everybody
yeah, definitely.
knows.
Like at first when I didn't know about that, I used to put like regular music and then they like emailed me. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah. So
What about the local artists? Do you think that because of like the copyright thing, it could be a cool kind of like collaborative thing, finding like local artists that
That would be cool, yes.
like to put in your videos?
Yeah, but they'd have to be like good, you know?
Yeah. Be good and like totally like match your style. And
Yeah,
everything,
exactly.
so.
that would be cool.
And it's also good to put unknown music, like low-key music, I guess you could say, in movies because then you're...
It won't make a distraction. Is that what you're gonna say? No.
Oh, like bringing up people like
Yeah, people who aren't really popular in a sense and just sponsoring them, I guess.
sponsoring,
Sponsoring them
yeah.
and just shouting them out and helping them
I was thinking like
expand.
sometimes music can be a distraction from the actual film. You know, like
Yeah.
if something comes on, you're gonna be thinking about the music and not even what's actually happening on the screen.
Yeah,
So-
like if
Oh yeah,
it's
you
too
have to put
loud or
music in the right
something.
parts.
right.
Mm-hmm.
You
You can't have like an intense scene and then it'd be like, ah, like no.
You'll be like, who is that singing? You're not even gonna be thinking about like.
Yeah, like sometimes when they put like, for an example, there's a singer called Kelela. She's alternative as well, and her music is like sensual and just soothing. I don't know if you listen to it, like you would get completely distracted from what you're watching and just listen to her voice.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. I'm telling you. Look up Kelela, Kelela, so good.
That's cool. Yeah, especially with I think Hallie and Chloe.
Chloe and Hallie.
Chloe and Hallie, yeah, somebody like that, or like a group like that, just like
yeah, like before
putting
they got
them in
famous, they
there.
used to do YouTube like covers.
And when they were on like the Black Girls Rock, or
And
like,
on Lemonade.
yeah,
With Beyonce.
and like
You guys
the
are
award
talking about.
shows, yeah. So just like
The two
people,
twins.
Mm-hmm.
people,
I
yeah,
don't
who
think
were
they're
making
twins.
like different music and
They're
stuff.
twins?
Yeah.
I thought one was older.
They're
I
like,
don't know.
I think they're fraternal or something.
No, I think one's older.
Yeah, and they were on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So.
Yeah, I feel like Beyonce put them on for real, for real.
Yeah. See?
And now they-
Connections.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all
All about connections.
Connections.
They
yeah.
started off on YouTube.
And now they what was I gonna say? You know what? Just keep talking.
Yeah. So I think that, yeah, definitely, like, as an artist, we should go around supporting other artists. And if you have the opportunity to, like, use somebody's, like, especially, I mean, like, definitely keep to your own. But if somebody's matches, you know, whatever scene that you're doing in the movie or a video or something like that,
Yeah,
then you can
sometimes
definitely
it's just
use
good
them.
to-
Yeah. Just be like, hey, this person is great. And
Oh yeah, and Chloe and Hallie are not twins. You were right.
Exactly. I was like, I don't know,
Hallie-
they don't even look the same age. Like,
Hallie is 2 years younger.
Exactly. One of their voices is a lot deeper than the
Chloe
other.
sings so good. I feel like Chloe sings the best.
Like one has a
the
higher,
one with the deeper voice.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's so
that's-
like.
Yeah, she's the oldest. You can
I
tell.
love it. Like I'm obsessed with her voice, and yeah, they're just so good. I just feel like it's good to use artists that people don't normally listen to,
yeah.
and just give them.
A
I don't know the
chance.
word like for like shout out.
Yeah.
Like what's a intellectual word
Recognition?
Yeah, like recognition.
to give them
yeah.
recognition and just.
Yeah. I think especially for like unless you're with like a big production company or have like a huge like distribution deal or something like that, then like films aren't put out. Like nobody really knows
exactly.
about, or well, I mean people know about them, but like the general public, it's not like at the movie theaters until after the awards show or like after somebody big mentions it. So I think the same thing with music, it's if we all share great people, then we can
We all grow.
come together, yeah, and grow a great creative world.
Yeah, I agree.
I would look want to say something else, but I keep forgetting.
Well, let's talk about production design. How, especially for like YouTube videos, how do you do that? Something like a minimalist video. What goes into your background or your
Yes.
setup, something like that?
Actually, setup and background is like a major.
Yeah, definitely for
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
videos.
for YouTube videos.
Oh, I mean films too, but
Especially, yes,
yeah,
because
YouTube videos.
that's why I painted my room white. Like I remodeled my whole entire room just for my YouTube channel, actually. And like the first video I posted with it was like kind of ratchet and a mess, but I'm getting through it. So I was really tired that day, and I just painted my room white, ultra white, and went from green and blue to ultra white. So it looks a lot better
Yeah,
now.
you're welcome.
That's a major
You're
change, yeah.
welcome.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
looking
right
for the right
before-
white, and then I was speaking to Kennedy, and she was
Because I
like,
had just
"Yeah,
done my
ultra."
room, remember?
Yeah.
Like right after.
Use ultra too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like Anferny, my mom let me turn her office space into a filming room. So I was really happy
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
dope.
And I was going for the minimalist theme, and I feel like it's really easy because
It
everything
is.
is so
Because you don't need like
minimal.
Yeah.
crazy things just to make your room look good. Like
Right.
all you need is a few plants, a white room,
Yeah.
nice bed sheets.
So
A clothing rack really adds to like the whole environment of your room, and like I said,
and
plants.
it looks good on the film because it's not a distraction to anything in the background. You
Like
can
a
just
mini-
focus on the person because you don't have, it's minimal and you don't
Like
have
a
anything
mini
distracting.
banana tree. Like, it actually, it might not be like real banana trees.
Mhm.
But like,
Banana tree.
Banana tree. What?
yeah, like look at it.
What about you?
Like a palm tree or a jungle. No, I'm just fine.
Well, I am not a seasoned YouTuber like you guys, but
I just keep my room like the same.
but for filmmaking, yes, definitely. I think that plays a huge role and is a big differentiator from someone in, say, like Broadcasting 1 here, or even in high school, and then going into college and freelance work and, you know, blockbuster movies and all of that, is production design. And I think a lot of people don't really pay attention to it. I think that because broadcasting, especially like in our school and just in general, and maybe not so much in other schools, have low funding, we aren't really given all like education on all aspects of film. It's just like, here's a camera, here's how you edit, make something.
Right.
As opposed to like paying attention to everything. And I think especially for kids, when you ask somebody what they want to be when they grow up, it's usually like, oh, I want to be a doctor or a firefighter. But there are thousands and thousands of jobs. There is somebody out there to create the set. There's somebody out there to create the costume, to do the makeup, to do the hair.
And that's what they're being taught. I'll
There's
be
so
a
many
doctor,
different
firefighter, and then
There's so many roles in filmmaking.
they're not expanding.
You
their
can't just
whole-
say, I want to be a filmmaker. Like, what in filmmaking do you
Exactly.
want to do?
Exactly. And it's not, I
So
think
many different aspects to it.
yeah, and there's definitely not really a fine line to what you want to do, because you can be a director and a producer and a screenwriter and a set designer, and an actor. I mean, there's so many different things. So
Yeah, I like acting as well. Like, I would love to be an actor. I'm in theater too. I'm in
Oh.
broadcasting. Broadcasting and theater is like my career clusters. That's like what I want to do after I
I
get
tried
out.
acting in LA. I hated it.
I
Like, I
love
felt so silly. Like, I just felt so
I feel like
stupid.
that's the joy of it. Like, you just you can
can't.
be anyone you want.
Like, everybody's
Yeah.
staring, like, they're telling you to fake cry, and everybody's just watching you. Like, I can't do that.
I don't know why, but I just really do enjoy
I
that.
can't.
And theater has always been something that I've loved, and just it's just a joy whenever I'm acting.
I think
I
I'm
would
the
love to
same
have
way
an
with,
acting
like,
job as well.
News reporting. Like, I can read from a teleprompter any day, and it'll just be natural to me, but not theater.
I mean, they're all definitely really important.
Correlate. They all do.
Yeah, well, they're all really important too. But production design on films for like sets and stuff is very important, I think, because like here someone could film something in one day, which is one class period is like an hour and a half, and not do anything to make the story real. But I think with production design and accuracy and like research and stuff like that, depending on what the storyline is, can really add to the film.
Right, I agree.
And just like music, create emotion. Like if some place is supposed to be scary, then, you know, make it darker and stuff like that. Just basic
Exactly.
things. Yeah, so it's really important.
Completely agree.
Can you talk about how YouTube videos and film kind of differ? And it's like a different platform, but also like what goes into it and the ideas that go behind it.
Well, I feel like YouTube videos are a lot more like reality shows. Like, if you see a clickbait title, like drama related, people are going to click to that. But if you see a video about, like, I don't know, history or something, no
Or
one's
the
going to be...
art of like
Right. If somebody says
oneself or something like that.
how I got in a car accident yesterday, like, if that was a title, somebody's going to click on
Click
that.
on it, even if you don't know them. Like, oh,
Right.
I do that.
People live for drama on YouTube, whereas filmmaking is not like that.
Filmmaking is like the real thing. It's like real life and what you're. It's not like YouTube is more like being goofy. You can be yourself.
So, you don't have to be
And-
as professional.
Exactly. You don't have to be as professional and as structured as you would have to be if you were like a real filmmaker. And I'm not saying just because you make short films you're not a real filmmaker, because that's a filmmaker as well, and so is YouTube. But they're both different aspects of filmmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's interesting that you say that, because I think there are artists like on all platforms, definitely, and there is some type of like laid backness about YouTube, But then what about like other, or what do you think about like other types of films like Sausage Party or like something like that where it's not as serious as like other films?
I still feel like
it's more
professional, you know?
Like the quality.
Yeah, the quality.
Because it actually takes a lot to like bring animations to life, like a hot dog and a hamburger to life.
Yeah. So if you've seen that on YouTube, I don't know. I don't feel
like I feel like you wouldn't be able to do that with the programs that we have access to. I guess because like Hollywood has access to like more developed and efficient programs than we do. We have Final Cut. I forgot what Fox uses. One of Ms. Whalen, you know, from freshman year?
I think they use like Final Cut,
After
Effects,
and then
After
what's
Effects,
another one?
and Avid. Avid is what Tish uses.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than Final Cut.
Yeah, definitely.
But I feel like if you have an idea how to use Final Cut, you can use anything. You know, it's like it's not as hard to catch on to it.
Yeah.
Because you're already used to this environment of filmmaking.
Definitely, yeah. Just like learning the interface. Yeah, I'm still trying to muddle around Adobe After Effects because like you can control every.
Photoshop.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, like
Photoshop, because there's so many different components, and then like for After Effects, you can control every single aspect of the film, and just like coming from broadcasting and not really being able to control all aspects of the film, and then going into something like Adobe is kind of difficult. But I think that's all the time that we have today. So thank you, Anferny. Thank you, Kennedy.
Thank you for
having us, Viviana.
This is really cool. I like